Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. And you. All right, mate. All right, girl. Right, brilliant. Let's preview the penultimate episode of Doctor Who, Season 11, Episode 9. It takes you away. Sounds very scary. A Doctor Who site that reviewed this episode said, you mustn't miss this episode. This episode is amazing. Remember what they said about bubble wrap being amazing. So probably won't be listening to you, but of course I'm a Doctor Who fan, and because of brand loyalty, I will continue to follow this show and support it, unfortunately. I've got the trailer here on my phone. Shall we watch it? Here we go.
Norway. Definitely Norway. Soil?
Cottage in winter with a chimney but no smoke. What's got you so scared?
It takes you away. It takes you away.
How can anyone do a bloody preview when that's all you get? Someone said, say what you want about Season 11 and Chris Chibnall. At least it's good not to have any spoilers. The reason there's no spoilers, there's nothing actually to spoil. So the Doctor has to taste Earth to realise she's in bloody Norway. Surely there's a better way to find out, Doctor, that you're in Norway. If I got in Norway, I would probably work out I was in bloody Norway. Anyway, right, so this episode looks a bit scary, a bit disturbing. I would guess, and I don't know, that this is going to reflect people's greatest fears. So maybe we finally may get some fleshing out of these four characters. And if this thing's going to take anyone away, can it please be Chris Chibnall? Jodie Whittaker? No. I'll run Doctor Who and I'll make Jodie Whittaker a great doctor, and I'll make those three people fantastic companions, because it's not that difficult for a storyteller with imagination to flesh these characters out. Yeah, so I like the idea, if it is the idea, I'm just guessing here, I'm just spitballing here, that it reflects people's greatest fears, because then we can see this Doctor's greatest fear. Let's hope it's not men, white men in their 40s. Please, no. But so that could be kind of interesting. Again, every time I see a trailer, I think, this looks good. Can't wait. It's going to get better. This is the moment, the high-res moment, when Doctor Who becomes Doctor Who again. And then by the middle of the episode, it gets really boring, and I'm playing Snakes or Tetris or whatever's on my phone these days. Do you know what I mean? So let's see. I pray. I want this to be good. Guys, girls, you think I want to be negative. You think I'm like this because it's a female doctor. That's not the case. Even though I didn't want a female doctor, I really believe Chibnall could do something amazing with this show. But it went from disaster to disaster. And that's not including moving the special from Christmas to New Year's Day. So not to offend other religions. That's a fact. I spoke to someone the other day. They slided in my DMs over on Twitter, and we had a nice long chat, and they said to me they didn't want to offend other religions. Ridiculous, right? I have lots of multicultural friends with different religions, and when it's their celebration, I'm very supportive. I even go around their houses, we have dinner, we have the kind of food that those religions and cultures have, and I have a bloody good time. So if I can support your holidays in your religions, you can damn well support mine as well. Stop getting offended over Christmas. I respect you. I respect what you believe in your faith. Believe in Christmas. Now, let me be clear here. I am not religious in the slightest. Christmas isn't about religion for me. It's about bright lights, happy feelings, being nice to one another, giving and receiving, and all of that. So to actually remove a Christmas special from fear not to offend every other religion, I think it's outrageous, but this is the way Doctor Who's becoming. It's become a test case, hasn't it? It's become the biggest SJW test case. I think this is worse than The Last Jedi or Star Trek Discovery. In fact, although a lot of Star Trek fans will unfollow me for this and unsub me for this, I don't think Star Trek Discovery is as bad as Doctor Who Season 11 is. I actually think that Star Trek Discovery, should I say, was a very entertaining thing. And I'll definitely be back for Season 2. But we've seen what's happened. So many people walked away from it, they're actually having to embrace the culture of Star Trek by having a young Spock. They've caved in without admitting they've caved in. They're even going to change the I forgot what the Klingons. That's it. My memory's toast. Too much alcohol and drugs. Sorry, but yeah. Basically, they're changing the Klingons as well back to not exactly to what they were, but more close to that. So basically, the fans have won. But I think it's going to be a cold day in hell where the BBC kind of say, right, let's get a good Doctor, let's develop the character, let's make this Doctor Who again. No, the BBC are not in the same situation as CBS or Disney or Lucasfilm. They're a publicly funded company. We fund them, but we've got no right in what we see. They tell us what to think. They tell us how to vote. They tell us which way to sway, but we have no rights in the entertainment we see, using the word entertainment loosely. So is this going to be a good episode, or is this going to be more of the same? Well, listen, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to say it looks a good concept. It could be good, but it doesn't matter. Listen, you can have the best concepts in the world. You can have Lost. Look at Lost as a TV show. What would that show have been, even with its fantastic premise of this mystery island, Flight 815, them being stuck on this island and the smoke monster and all of that? Where would that show have been without the characters they developed, the world building they did in the first season? Without Jack, without Kate, without Hurley, without Sawyer, without Sun, without Jin. I could go on. Those characters leaped out the screen and we embraced them. We wanted them to be our friends. And same talking about Friends. Friends was just a sitcom. But the reason Friends was the most successful sitcom of all time was the characters. Doesn't matter about the gags. The gags were funny. But without those characters, it wouldn't have been as popular. It was more popular than any sitcom, excluding the Big Bang Theory, I suppose. But Friends was an institution, and it had a mixture of dynamics watching it and ages because of the characters. Doctor Who has a fantastic premise, but this season doesn't have the characters. It's not because of the actors. It's not because of who they cast. They haven't even tried. It's lazy. I hate the term, as a writer, I hate the term lazy writing, but it's lazy development, because the only focus is to tick boxes. Now, you can tick boxes, but you still got to bloody well develop the characters, and they haven't done that, and it's hugely disappointing. I suppose I should do a ratings prediction. Well, the past few weeks, it's been just under 6 million. It's gone from 5.7, 5.6, 5. I think last week was 5.8. Still pretty healthy, but obviously not what the BBC thought. I mean, imagine if you're the controller of the BBC and you saw the over 8 million viewers and the 10 million after everything was added up. I've told you before, the only thing I look at are live viewers. I'm not interested in the consolidated viewers, because that's just an illusion to make things look better. So the opener had 10 million. Forget that. What were the live viewers? The live viewers for the first episode were amazing. And it's been dropping ever since. I did say after episode 2, when it dropped to 7 million, if it sticks like that, that's bloody healthy. And it's back to the Tennant and the RTD era, but it didn't stick. So although it's healthier than Capaldi's, it's still not very healthy at the end of the day. So you can keep on adding on your consolidated, but it's not a true reflection. A true reflection is your live viewers. Bodyguard got 17 million viewers on its finale, right? Live viewers, right? Because people wanted to watch it. Live viewers show you how desperately people want to watch it and they don't want to wait. That's like me. Even though I live in Cyprus, I find a way to watch it live, right? Because I told you, brand loyalty. Even though I think it's not very entertaining, I'd go as far as to say it's bloody boring, but I'm keeping faith with it because it's Doctor Who. And I want to support it in the bad times, basically. And I think we all do. So this attitude, you don't like it, don't watch it. That's not what real fans do. You stick by things. It's all right in the glory days when RTD's running it and we're all proud to say we're Doctor Who fans because the whole world is watching. It's now we stick by the show. So we don't completely see it tank. But if we don't buy the merchandise, which we're not, as I say, they're giving away the 13 doll. And they literally are giving away the 13 doll, by the way. I've seen it on Twitter. So many kids are showing off that they've got that 13th doll. I don't know what you're showing off about. It's absolutely terrible. So they take you away Sunday night. I have no clue at a time. It's going to be around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I will be back either straight after on Sunday night or Monday with the review. I hope it's positive. I want it to be positive. I imagine when I think about doing the review, each episode, before I see the episode, it's like, oh, you're going to be surprised, guys. I loved this episode. I loved The Woman Who Fell to Earth. I thought episode 2 was solid without being fantastic. I thought Rosa was a really good episode within reason. But after that, it's been bloody dull, bloody boring and bloody bland. That's a fact from my point of view. So we shall see. Like, subscribe, share the video, share the channel. Let's get Big Mouth's mouth roaring.